So as you can see, I've already broken my promise of reading one Robert Jordan Wheel of Time a month. It's already broken. I finished the Dragon Reborn, and I really, really, really liked it. Like, I think again, like with Way of Kings and Words of Radiance, Way of Kings is a better book, but Words of Radiance made me appreciate the series as a whole more. That's kind of what's happening with Great Hunt and Dragon Reborn. Great Hunt was probably better, but what Dragon Reborn had, I really liked it, what it did for the series, and I have hey, I'm gonna finish this series and I'm going to really enjoy it, because I know there's a slump, but this is shaping up to be the best series of all time I've ever read, because I'm already showing off my collection. I've got the trade paperback. This is all I have so far, but I really, really like these editions, and I'm probably gonna get, I forgot the name of it. What's it called? Shadow Rising. And super excited for that book, because I hear it's the best book in the series, and I'm really, really loved the Dragon Reborn. Couple criticisms, but overall it's a 5-star read, just because of how hyped I am. And I'm probably gonna read New Spring after Fires of Heaven, because that's when Daniel Green recommends it, and I will do whatever he says. So, The Dragon Reborn. This was a great book. Not a lot happened until the end, but what did happen was really, really worth it. So it kind of follows a bunch of perspectives. One from kind of like parent and Moraine and Loyal. And they kind of going about the city looking, because Rand was there with them at the start, and then there was this battle, and then Rand kind of disappears, and then he leaves, and then they kind of go out looking for him. Rand is very powerful, obviously, but most of their perspective is looking, Moraine, Perrin, and Loyal looking for them. And I love Perrin. He's really cool. But after Matt woke up, because before he took in the Eye of the World, he took the dagger, and then he was kind of never the same. He was kind of like a zombie, and like a shell of what he used to be. And then, but he woke up in this book. His perspective literally started with him waking up, because he went to, at the end of the Great Hunt, he went to Tarvalon. Yeah, and then and now he wakes up, completely new person. Now he's a character when he woke up, and before he was like this plot zombie, which is so cool what they did to him. Now he's a character. He was traveling with Tom Merlin, who is my favorite character of the series. So I love Tom Merlin, and getting Tom Merlin page time in the Dragon Reborn was really cool. And like you could see what he did there. And then what else happened in this book? There was barely any Rand page time. No, I need to get to the Egwene, Nynaeve, and Elaine. Previously, this is a funny story. Previously, I thought Elaine and Egwene were the same character because of the name. But now I did some of the Dragon Reborn in audiobook. I'm like, these are two different people. And I was like, I'm so sorry about that. So now, Egwene, Elaine, and Nynaeve were kind of like, they're all going to be Aes Sedai. And you can see a lot of this book, no matter who the perspective was, a lot of this book was about dreams, and the dreams are kind of annoying because they're all super vague, and you don't know if it's real or dreaming. And I much greatly enjoyed the parts of this book that were in the normal realm, and I just enjoyed those much more. And the dreams were cool, but like dreams are way too more oftenly used in fantasy, and I'm like, I'm not feeling that. But overall, it was a very, very good book. Rand had like the only times Rand had page time in this book was at the start of the book whenever he was at the dragon's camp, which he's the Dragon Reborn. And then you'd see him, he'd have a couple of pages of dialogue. He leaves. There's one chapter of him in the middle, and he like killed some people who were trying to attack him. But that was the only chapter we got from Rand. Till the very end when he fights Balsamon. But that's why I don't get why the book is called The Dragon Reborn. Obviously, he's the Dragon Reborn. But we learned that in the first book. And then he kind of like deals with it in the second book. It just starts the Dragon Reborn with at the camp of the dragon. So I don't know why it's called the Dragon Reborn. Because he obviously fights Balsamon, and then everyone figures out he's the Dragon Reborn here. But that's not what the whole majority of the story is about. The story is about Perrin, Matt, Rand, not Rand, Perrin, Matt, Egwene, and Eve, Moraine, Loyal, and just suddenly he's on the. I don't know. That doesn't make sense to me. I'm not very good at the fan art. I don't know if this is Perrin or Matt. It's one of them. I think this is the dragon. This is the Great Hunt. But right now, if I were to rank these books, I am going to put the Great Hunt a little bit ahead of Dragon Reborn. It's going to be Dragon Reborn. And then the last place is going to be the Eye of the World, which I like the Eye of the World, but kind of just felt like Lord of the Rings. But I know you can watch my review and there's all my criticisms for it, but I really enjoyed this book. Yep, so that's all I have for you today. And as for Wheel of Time as a whole, I know I just spoiled the whole thing, so you're probably not here if you haven't read these. But I only have a spoiler warning for the first book. The third book, why would you have to review for the third book? But if you just want like a reason, I'm going to do, once I get deeper into Wheel of Time, I'm going to do why you should read Wheel of Time. I'm already going to do why you should read Stormlight Archive pretty soon, because now that I'm finished with the Stormlight Archive, I'm going to do a bunch of videos about it. But like a little short thing, Wheel of Time, very long. But it has a classics feeling. It feels like a classic, and I really, really enjoy that part about it. And I'm really enjoying the Wheel of Time so far, and I don't regret picking it up. So I'm gonna do. I kind of wanted to do. This is like the first trilogy. How I kind of see the Wheel of Time is first trilogy, Eye of the World, Great Hunt, Dragon Reborn. Kind of like a second trilogy, Great Hunt, not Great Hunt. Shadow Rising, Fires of Heaven, Lord of Chaos. Kind of like the Slump period, which is a bunch of books, which I see as one big book. I haven't read it yet, so I can't say anything about it. And then the Knife of Dreams, which I hear is really good. Not the Slump, but it's the last book written by Robert Jordan. And then the last trilogy, which is Brandon Sanderson. That's how I kind of see it. That's how I'm going to read it. Like, I'm probably not gonna. The New Spring, I'm probably gonna read mid-month, like I did Dragon Reborn. Probably going to read another book like this mid-month, so I can finish it all by December. But overall, I'm really enjoying the Wheel of Time, and I recommend it. I just started, but I really like it. So see you in the next video. Peace.